What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to A Wizard's Lizard. My name is Splattercat, and in the previous episode, we had a reasonably successful... I don't know if we're descending or ascending. I'm going to say we're ascending, although we started out in a graveyard and now we're in a sewer, so I think logically we would have to be... well, we'd be forced to admit that we're descending. So anyways, as we descend deeper and deeper and deeper down into the game, we found ourselves pretty successful. This is a pretty good run for us. We're sitting at almost max health. We've got a very, very good weapon. We've got ourselves... our equipment's a little bit iffy. I think that we could do a little bit better. I mean, we've got Demon's Hooves, so we got a little bit of attack power there. We've got minor speed. We've also got minor speed from the Ranger's hand wraps, so we've got okay gear right now. This is definitely not a blockbuster run. It's not a run in which I have like all the things that I want, but at the same time, we have some decent gear in here. And then we just picked up, what is that? A dungeon map. Even better. Does that actually stay for the entire time, or is it just for this floor? I wonder. We'll find out. I doubt we're going to die on this floor. I mean, I would like to think we're not going to die on this floor because that would be deeply depressing. I still don't know how to open that door. I think maybe that's what the slimy key is for. That's my guess anyways. That's what I've been thinking because the keys you buy in the store definitely don't work right there. Ooh, he's a little bit tougher. A green zombie. I wasn't actually paying attention to colors right there. What I like to do with these is... come on. There we go. You can make it around. I just take it slow. Just take it really, really slow. There's no point playing this insanely fast. There are speedrun achievements, but if you're still somewhat new, this is the kind of game where after 8 hours, I would say you're still pretty new to the game. If you're still new, just take your time. Do your thing. Make sure that you don't get yourself killed. Just make it to the end of the game. And so that's... oh, I forgot that those explode. That is unfortunate. And so... in one single stroke, our run just went from a good run to a poor run. It's okay, there's room to recover, but still, that was a little bit of a screw-up. That was a big screw-up, actually. That was not a little screw-up. That was actually a pretty major screw-up. Let me start breaking some crates and see if maybe we can find an apple or some old meat or something. Nope. Nothing of the type. This room appears to be socked down with as many of these Mario mushrooms as it possibly can. Lots of fungal growth going on. I assume it must be very, very damp. It is much like the ceiling in my bathroom, which is starting to turn black again. It's pretty gross. Like, I bleach it and I clean it every 6 months or so. I have to bleach and clean my bathroom ceiling because it just gets moldy. And it's not like I don't shower or I don't bathe. They say, so my landlady tries to make it sound like it's me, but it's not, because I turn on the little venting fan, I leave the doors open and everything when I shower, and it gets moldy as hell in there. So I think what's actually happened is I think the ventilation is not properly installed. I used to be a roofer and... ow, bastard, I fell right into that trap. Okay, let's not play... oh, I got hit by shrapnel too, God. Alright, well, not being happy with myself right now, or the way that I'm playing. Let's go ahead and handle this crystal. It does take a lot of hits. I don't have the abacus, but right now I think we can reasonably assume that I'm dealing 11 damage a hit. The abacus, if you don't know, the abacus is an item that allows you to say how many points of damage you're able to do. I mean, it makes little damage numbers pop up in old school RPG. Oh my god, that thing. Die already. Die already. Okay. So now that that's out of the way, we want to be careful about shrapnel. I mean, I don't really need to destroy any of this. It's kind of an exercise in futility. That's kind of a weird little booby trap they had running, though, because if you go right or you go left, you get hit. I think maybe the right move would have been to go diagonal, maybe? Even so, I might have taken the hit from that. I like to re-strategize every time I play this game and try and figure out like what I could do better the next time, because the game does seem to recycle some of its little tricks. Every now and again, you'll see it, you know, throughout the same room design. It might have different monsters in it, but it'll still kind of be the same general design. The goth colors in this room are going to be what we want to watch out for because they are the thing that often gets me killed. We are playing the game in hard mode at this point because we had the... oh, I saw you at the last second, swamp monster. You almost got me. You almost got me. Now, this is what I like to do in here. I like to keep all these guys behind this little poo lake until I go much further. And I talked about this in a previous episode, but I find that it's a great way to make sure that you cleared out an entire space before you go in and start clearing out some of the more generic traps and more dangerous stuff, I guess. That's probably going to be a poo monster right there, yeah. Let's go ahead and get rid of him. And now I know that it takes me 3 hits. You should also be keeping count of how many hits it takes you to kill certain mobs. It's not a requirement, but it is something that I like to do just so that I'm not wasting fire on things if I get into a room that's especially crowded. One in which I need to move, and I need to make sure that every shot counts, if you know what I mean. Over here on this side, we've got 10 of our AoEs, but I don't know. The AoE just doesn't seem to do it for me. I don't know if it's just me. It must be just me. But whenever I use the AoE, it seems to miss, even if they're at like point-blank range. And so it's just led to the point where I don't really use it unless I'm totally cornered, and I'm in a situation where I absolutely 100% know that it's gonna hit. We're here with the Goth Callers. They can't cross the Poo Lake, so we'll continue clearing out monsters from around the edges and watching out for the little spores that are being sent out. I don't need to have anything lodged in my eye right now. My allergies are already bad enough without fungal spores adding to my itchy-eyed situation. Freebie treasure down in here. Where was that Goth Caller at? There he is. I assume it's a he. I don't know. I don't make the rules. Let's grab all the treasure on out of here once again as a reiteration. You don't have to worry about that right there. Not gonna hurt you that much. Is there a swamp monster in here? Oh, there is. Let's go ahead and liquidate him. And so now that he's been eliminated, we will go down and hopefully, God, I would really like to make it to the boss. I'm gonna try and keep myself on my A game here. We need to make it to the next floor to res. So we need to make it at least to there. The floors do get larger and they do get more dangerous. As you have all seen as we've been playing the game, it happens. It happens and you've just got to kind of deal with it. So down in here, we'll get rid of the explosives first. We'll also get rid of that barrel so that we can more easily bait things back to our position. Start clearing some of these guys out. I do wish that some of the environmental hazards would hurt the enemy as well. Like if I blew up that shrapnel thing next to them, it would damage them if they came into contact with it. But I guess it's just for me. It was made specially for me by some lovely developer out there who said, you know what, I want Splattercat to get speared by this thingy. And I was like, well, that's not very nice. He's like, me, I'm not very nice. No, I'm just kidding. I've never met anybody involved in the development of this game, and I'm just being facetious right now. Very, very facetious, because that's how I deal with adversity. Let's start blowing up some of these crates. And now that we've gotten rid of the crates, we gotta step on the switches to get us on out of here, but luckily we only need to step on the 3. God, there is so much left of this floor. We have a lot of ground to cover if we're actually going to get this thing 100%ed. I don't know what you guys would prefer. I wanted to ask that, ladies and gentlemen. Over here, yeah, I'm going to eat a hit. There was nothing I could do about that spider. We're still, unfortunately... God, what a really, really precarious level layout. The barrel's really stuck it to me right there. In addition to, I probably woke up that spider that came after me. I don't think he came out of a barrel, so that may have been my bad for accidentally hitting him, but I didn't intend to, and it just sort of happened. Just have to deal with it. We have a lot of cash sitting around, and I need to spend it. I don't know if it's going to be worthwhile to go back to... He's going to spit at me in just a second, so let's go ahead and take him out so I don't have to look for him on the back end of this level. I'm going to start working on all of these guys. That was a lot of zombies on that last map, though. That was going to be a tough one to dodge, regardless of the way that I conducted myself, although the spider is the one that actually scored the damaging hit, so I think waking up the spider was my big mistake right there. I need to be more careful about the placement of my shots, but sometimes I panic when I'm in a room that's totally sopped down with just insane amounts of enemies. I can't help it. My natural response is to be like, ah, backpedal! And anytime you're backpedaling in a game, you know you're doing it wrong. Always need to be moving with a purpose. Please don't be a mimic right now. We've got a ring of multi-strike. I think I'm going to stick with the speed ring. We'll go with multi-strike. I'll vary it up a little bit. Well, that's going to mess with my aim, though. I'll go with the speed. I like being able to... I mean, doubling my shot range is fine. Straight up through the middle right there with the hole that I made through the zombies. I am going to be working on them pretty extensively because they're the only thing that's chasing me. Everything else is a secondary enemy and is not really that terrifying to me. Let's get rid of some of these skulls. Anything with a wide range of movement, or anything that fires projectiles at me too. Let's Got the swamp monster out of the way. Clear out the fire barrel. Click off screen on accident. I do that so much because the window is so tiny in this game. I think you can play in full screen mode. I almost guarantee that you can, but it like letterboxes it weird and that upsets me. Hopefully the game will get HD resolution support. I would love to see this game in like 1280 by 720 or maybe 1920 by 1080, and I do realize that, I mean, by my best guess, I'm not a graphical designer, so I wouldn't know. But by my best estimation, that makes me think that you might have to either draw up new sprites or B, you would have to make everything smaller on screen and give people a wider range of sight, but I don't know. I don't design games, so I don't know if that would be difficult to do or if it's easily converted. I think it also depends what engine the game is running on, because some things, like the Unity engine, for example, just like resize things all on their own or something. I don't know. I don't know anything about all this. I'm talking out of my ass right now. So basically, that is the sound that you should replace everything I'm saying with right now, but at least I can admit it. I am a person that can admit when I'm talking out of my ass. It's because I do it so frequently. Get out of the way of the goth color. There is a crown over here, and I'd like to take it. Just so I can feel more royal, feel better about myself. No food drops this entire run. I don't think we've had a single bit of food drop. Also got a spiky thing right there we're gonna have to watch out for. I'm gonna be, ooh, that's why I break the barrels, because sometimes you get a crown out. And while in dentistry, that seems incredibly painful within the confines of this game. Not so bad. Not so bad. Not as bad as one might think. I'm gonna continue clearing out obstacles. And we're gonna keep getting skeletons now unless I step in here and actually start making positive gains. So let me do that. That bone pile should be really close to death, because that explosion, I think, does like 30-something damage. Like 3 hits worth of damage, so, oh, maybe not. It didn't hurt that skeleton at all. It didn't hurt that little bony dude even slightly, so maybe not. Let's sit here and pummel it for a while. A couple more soul power right there. I don't use soul power that much. I think it'd be interesting if you could barter your soul power with like a new merchant. Like there would be kind of like a devilish merchant that would allow you to barter with your soul power. Might be kind of cool. Run back through there. I thought my sprint was back up. I wouldn't have done that if I didn't have my sprint. But hindsight 2020 and all. Oh my god. I don't know how I just... Really? I don't know how I sabotage myself like this. I really sincerely do not know. Either way, we need to get to the next floor so that we can res. Unless it's not as I think it is. So let's clear this entire floor. I don't want to be operating under bad pretenses here. Oh, we've already hit everything. Okay, we're out of here then. Let's go down to the next floor, and we will do our best to expose the res point. I mean, we're going to res with like 5 health, but it at least buys us a little bit more time. Sewer number 2. God, I am just bad at this game. Embarrassingly bad, and the worse that I do, the more flustered I get, and I think that's the other issue. Is that like the lower my health gets, the worse I play. Because I start getting panicky and I stop making decisions on the split. Okay, no ice blocks. Well, speak of the devil. Gates are open, so let's go have a look. Ooh, treasure room. We lucked out. I bet that's going to be a goo monster, though. Oh, maybe not. We have so much cash right now, and we really need to spend it, but vendors have not been forthcoming. Maybe on the previous floor I should have just bought a couple keys and opened some stuff up. I don't know. I mostly want that barrel out of the way. The eyeball is not going to be a concern for a minute or two. The other one I think is trapped on the other side. It looked like the room was mirrored, so... There's a goth color up there we want to be careful about as we come around the corner. Watch out for the mimic right there. We've got a spear for freebies. But I don't really like the spear that much anymore, so I'm not going to use it. Another goo monster. Focus on getting rid of him. And right over here, I don't really want to dedicate to a fight down this corridor because he can fill the whole thing with a projectile if he wants to. I'm going to be killing every monster on every map in the hopes that maybe we get some raw meat or something out. Okay, and depending on... balls. Let's say, depending on his movement and where he goes... Okay, so we need to hang tight for right now. Oh my god, there's so many of them in here. Start picking off the skeletons. I thought I had 3 hits on that skeleton. I'm sorry, I thought I had 3 hits on that. Whatever. I thought I had multiple hits on the skull. There we go. And it turns out that I did not. Well, at least we accomplished something here. I mean... Lost a little bit of health. We're definitely within the kill radius now, though. God. Feeling very, very nervous. And whenever I do this, I have like this distinct feeling that I shouldn't upload the episode because it seems to upset people when I play poorly. But that's just like what I do. Ah. So I think that's a full health right there. And I don't know if that's a good choice. I'll go raw meat to get myself up to 20 because I think we're about to res anyways. Drop a totem. Maybe fish out a free hit. And with how our health is right now, it might be worthwhile to go back through here and kill these off. You know, we might even raise a bit of cash to make our lives easier in the future. Plus, if we come back here, I mean, you can't see any smoky stuff here, but I was gonna say, if we came back here... Oh, we're already a ghost. Never mind, I'm an idiot. I'm just not... Okay, so this room can get really ugly really fast. Luckily, we outrange most of these mobs, which is one of the nice things about Arthur's Lance, is that it gives you so much range that you should be able to just stand back and not deal with a lot of the enemies if you're not in a confined space. And we got very lucky on this map because it's open. There's nothing like running at us or trying to kill us. I need 2 right there. Get rid of you. Little skull over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 4 on the zombie. Oh, muck monster right there that got me. We've got a scattergun critter over here. We've also got him firing at us. Lots and lots of problems to be dealt with, one by one. Get rid of him. I should have gone for the full health. Even though it was a cash expenditure, we have so much that I think I could get away with it. But I don't want to waste the money if I'm going to res. Like, I feel like it is the right decision. Right now I'm just fishing for healing items, if you're wondering why I'm staying here, but I should probably just leave before this gets any worse. Almost got myself blasted. And what I'm hoping for now is the res room. Okay, no res room. But that doesn't work through walls. It was worth a shot. I didn't know if you could shoot through walls either. And this is going to be one of those little by little rooms. Get rid of the eyeball. God, there's so many hazards up in here. There we go, that's what I wanted. Like a beta zombie or two over the top of the pipe, or over the trench. Let's get them one by one because they're damage soaks. They're going to take a lot more hits than the skeletons are. And so now that that's done, what I can conceivably do is just hang back right here and use sniper shots to get everything that I want off the map. God. Get rid of that. Ooh, a treasure barrel. Good. That one had a muck monster in it. And I noticed that the barrels that have monsters in them are always oozy. So if you've been wondering why some barrels hurt you and others don't, that would be your answer. I gotta watch out for that. But I still think I have enough range to get rid of some of these. That's a muck monster, so we gotta watch out for him. That's a fairly obvious trap. You know what? I think I am gonna go back and drop the 15,000 on the full heal. Or I could save the full heal, we could get the orange. I just don't know, everybody. I just don't know. I'm playing so badly today. We'll take the orange. I mean, 15 health is better than 10, and we'll save that for after we res, possibly. So that we can come back. I mean, I haven't seen a res, but I thought it should be on this floor. I'm gonna get back behind the defilade over here. Figure out where the poo pipes are at. Okay, so we got a pretty good assortment of poo pipes. There's pretty much one in every single spot that I want to be. As long as that's not a poo monster, we should be alright, though. Oh, he got me with the... I didn't expect the soul to pop out. Okay, 3 hits on him. Watch out for the poo pipe up there. And I think I'm going to bail out of this room early. I don't even know what those stones do. Oh, that's the green chest for the green key. Okay, so you can probably get through this. I think we saw this on a previous run. You can get through this no problem if you're alive. And so it sort of reverses itself. An expensive-ass blueprint. We'll save that. I might buy it, but I want to make sure that my finances are properly applied with the way... God, we are hanging on by the edge right now. Yeah, I didn't want to bait that poo pipe too much. There's a lot of treasure left in here, too, but I'm going to... Until I have a better health situation, I'm not going to play around with potential hazards. And if there's a muck monster up here, we are toast. Let's say, I think he can change directions, which will become problematic for us. Ooh, eyeball. So he's gone. I got butterflies in my stomach right now. We took a gamble right there, if you're wondering what I'm talking about. If that was a muck monster, we would have died. I took a risk to find out, but... Nothing in this room either. We need to find our way to the res room. It has to be here somewhere. At least all of those trigger somewhere around the same time. There it is. Oh my god. I feel so much better right now. I feel so much better. I feel so much better. I don't want to die in the sewers again. If I die to the sewers boss, that's okay. But I would really sincerely prefer to, like, leapfrog myself. Okay, so we're gonna take it nice and slow back to the merchant. We're gonna get ourselves a lovely, loverly full health potion. After we get the full health potion... Yeah, I could risk it in here with the goth colors. After we get this, I don't remember how much this was down in here, but it's a waste of gold, but it'll ensure that we at least make it a certain distance. There we go. So we're at full health now. That leaves me with enough cash to upgrade Let's go ahead and buy that recipe up here. Let's make sure that we actually advance our campaign a little bit, because if you haven't bought any new items or done anything like that, unfortunately, God, it's so dark in here. I wish that we had the lantern. So there it is. The walls are now down. Let's buy this, and it's expensive, so I assume it's probably something good. The blueprint, the life knife. It rhymes. The life knife is nice. The life knife of strife. Okay, and so let's head on back. I'm not going to bore you with this. I'm going to walk back to the next level entrance so that we'll be at sewers number 3. My name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me in the Nerd Castle for another episode of A Wizard's Lizard. A very close run episode right there. I'm feeling tense. In fact, I've actually got like this weird shaky jittery thing going on because I'm that close to the edge and I care about winning. People think that I don't care because I run a channel that's all about fun in gaming, but every now and again there's a game that I'm like, I care about this and I want to be successful and I don't want to suck at this anymore, so please let me do better, universe. Fingers don't betray me. My fingers like, I don't know, we're feeling kind of twitchy today, but it works out. My name is Splattercat. I will see you in the next episode. If you like this game, it is called A Wizard's Lizard. You can check it out on Steam, or you can get it on, I think it was on Desura as well. I don't know, I'd have to check on the Desura, but I know it's on Steam. I will see you all for Sewers number 3 tomorrow. Take care, everybody, and hi-do!